Today, we are taking a look at the top 10 fastest street vehicles in GTA 5 Online. We are including vehicles with rocket boosts, and we've tested out a ton of different vehicles. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know which are the fastest vehicles on the roads in GTA 5, but for the people that don't, this is an updated video for 2022 of the fastest street vehicles in GTA 5. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and without further ado, let's get into it. The number one fastest vehicle in GTA 5 is the DEATHBIKE with a time of 22.28 seconds. You're probably wondering how I tested this. Well, I pretty much lined up all the vehicles and made the finish line exactly 1 mile away. And then, yeah, I just calculated all of the times and then boom, there we go. The DEATHBIKE is extremely fast. And of course, that is using the nitrous with it as well. It is a very fast vehicle and we've known this since it came out. So yeah, the DEATHBIKE is the fastest vehicle on the streets in GTA 5, but there is still a lot of other really fast vehicles in the game. So let's take a look at them. The second fastest vehicle on the streets is the Vigilante. It got a time of 25.15 seconds. This thing is so incredibly fast. The rocket boost recharges in just a couple of seconds. You can easily outrun homing missiles with this thing as well, and it's also very strong, pushing its way through traffic. It doesn't really have any issues, and if you don't use the boost, it is still fairly fast, but I mean, like I said, it recharges in a couple of seconds, so if you ever need it, it's there, unlike a lot of other vehicles with boosts. It's pretty clear the Vigilante is one of the fastest vehicles on the streets, but it's also one of the fastest vehicles in the game. The third fastest vehicle on the streets in GTA 5 is the Oppressor Mark 1. It got a time of 27.08 seconds. This thing is incredible, and it's a ton of fun as well, which I've mentioned before. The boost recharges in just a couple of seconds. It takes a little longer than the Vigilante, but comparing this to the DEATHBIKE, in terms of acceleration, you hit that boost, it's pretty obvious. It has a much better acceleration, but in terms of doing a drag race like this, the DEATHBIKE will still come out in first 5 seconds ahead of this. But the Oppressor Mark 1 is still amazing, and it is hands down one of the fastest vehicles on the streets in GTA 5. The fourth fastest vehicle on the streets is going to be the SCRAMJET. It got a time of 28.73 seconds, which is phenomenal. If any vehicles can get a time under 30 seconds, they are very, very fast. But the SCRAMJET is a ton of fun as well. The boost lasts a very long time, so if you jump, get the right angle, and then hit that boost, you will fly into the sky. I challenge everybody watching this video, if you own the SCRAMJET, to use the rocket boost and try to land on the building that is under construction in the middle of the city. It's really hard to do, but it's a bunch of fun to do with your friends, so if you have the vehicle, try it out. But the SCRAMJET is extremely fast, and it's also a ton of fun. The fifth fastest vehicle on the streets in GTA 5 is the TOREADOR. This thing got a time of 28.94 seconds, just edged out by the SCRAMJET for 4th place there, but this thing is extremely fast. That rocket boost recharges just like the Vigilante's does, and it does give it a pretty decent amount of boost. It's not only fast on land, but underwater as well, much faster than the Stromberg, and of course way faster than the submarines. It's a really fun vehicle, plus it also has missiles equipped with it, so if you're driving on the streets, you really don't need to worry too much because nobody's really going to be able to catch up to you if you're driving this thing. The sixth fastest vehicle on the streets is the Italy RSX, which got a time of 29.87 seconds. This thing is pretty damn incredible, and yeah, surprisingly, it did beat out the PARIAH in this 1 mile drag race. But the car itself is beautiful. It doesn't have a ton of upgrades, but that doesn't bother me because the body of this car looks outstanding, and the engine is also amazing because it performs like a god. The handling is pretty amazing. Just watch out because it does fishtail a little bit, but if you're driving in a straight line or just driving throughout the city on the highways, this car is going to go extremely fast and other people are going to have a hard time catching you. The seventh fastest vehicle on the streets in GTA 5 is going to be the KRIEGER, which got a time of 30.30 seconds. This thing is pretty damn fast, and it's definitely one of my go-to supercars to use in races, because not only is it fast, but it's also just a great car to use in races. It handles so well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that. So if you're looking for a great supercar to purchase, I would definitely recommend the KRIEGER over a lot of other supercars in GTA 5. This thing is phenomenal, and of course, as you can see, it is also fast as hell. The 8th fastest vehicle on the streets is going to be the PARIAH with a time of 30.33 seconds. Yes, just 3/100ths of a second off the time of the KRIEGER, but this car is still amazing. The only thing you gotta do is perfect the launch. This car has so much power, whenever it accelerates off the line, it loses tons of traction. But there are ways that you can perfect a launch in GTA 5 so it doesn't lose any traction off the line. And if you can do that, then this car is going to be a pretty decent contender against some of the other fastest cars in GTA 5 Online, but the car itself, even without perfecting the launch, is still extremely fast. The 9th fastest vehicle on the streets is going to be the DEVESTE 8. This thing got a time of 30.53 seconds, which is pretty damn amazing. It's definitely not a slow car. It is really long, and I don't really prefer it for racing because, in my opinion, it doesn't handle as well as a lot of other supercars, and I know a lot of people would say differently, and a lot of people would agree with me there. But if I'm doing a supercar race, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use something like the Emirates or the KRIEGER. But if you're just looking for a really nice, fast car, buy this, because honestly, it does look pretty damn cool, and it is very fast. And finally, the 10th fastest car on the streets is going to be the ZR380, which got a time of 30.54 seconds. Yes, 1/100th of a second off the time of the DEVESTE 8, but I still prefer to use this thing every day instead of the DEVESTE 8 because of the perks you get with this car. Not only does it have nitrous, which obviously makes it one of the fastest cars on the streets, but it also has guns on it, spikes and blades which can kill people instantly, a mega blade on the front of it which will throw practically anything up into the air, and a bunch of other pretty cool perks. This car itself is awesome and it's a ton of fun to just drive around. Plus, as a bonus, like I said, it is very, very fast, being the 10th fastest car on the streets in GTA 5. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap the video up for today. Those are the 10 fastest cars on the streets in GTA 5 Online. Obviously, there are a ton of other vehicles in this game that are extremely fast, so if you want me to make another video on the fastest vehicles in GTA 5 Online total, including everything, including cars with low grip tires, including planes with rocket boost, literally everything, let me know down below in the comment section. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.